I hate this Pokemon. It all began when I was a child. I found this Pokemon and decided that I hated him. No deeper meaning behind it. I made the mistake of telling my Twitch chat this, and they have not let me live it down since. So much so that for hitting the biggest milestone during a charity event, all they asked for was for me to make a whole video about Dunsparce. Dunsparce debuted in Generation 2, Gold and Silver, therefore making Generation 2 the worst gen. Its pokedex entry states that when spotted, the Pokemon escapes backwards by burrowing its tail into the ground. It can also float just slightly thanks to its wings. Great, the darn thing can fly even if it's just barely. Future generation Pokedex entries mentions that it doesn't mind sharing tunnels with Diglett, that it likes to create mazes underground, and that you should consider yourself lucky if you manage to see one, as it likes to make quick escapes. I wouldn't say lucky, but whatever. In Generation 8, the Pokedex evolves some more, saying that scientists believe that Dunsparce used to be able to fly fully in ancient times. Horrifying. Unfortunately for us, Dunsparce got an evolution in Generation 9, Scarlet and Violet. The Dunsparce, which can either have 2 segments or the rare 3-segmented version that has a 1 in 100 chance of occurring when evolving. To evolve Dunsparce into the Dunsparce, it must know Hyper Drill. Turns out the 2-segmented form and the 3-segmented form have different Pokedex entries. Who would have thought? Not me. The 2-segmented one seems a bit more violent. The Dunsparce can make tunnels over 6 miles long, and if Pokemon or intruders enter that it doesn't want, it can suck in air and blast them away. The 3-segmented one is labeled as gentle, as it will carry lost Pokemon who get stuck in its underground maze out on its back. Dunsparce usually comes in at a height around 4'11" and a weight of 31 pounds. This thing is huge. It has a catch rate of around 35%, with equal chances of your encounters being a male or a female Dunsparce. As far as abilities go, you'll most likely encounter a Dunsparce with Runaway or Serene Grace. If you're lucky, maybe you'll find its hidden ability Rattled, which gives Dunsparce a speed boost if it's hit by a Bug, Dark, or Ghost move. In future generations, Rattle activates if this Pokemon attempts to intimidate Dunsparce as well. Both shinies for Dunsparce into Dunsparce are pink, and while pink shinies are normally cute and great, it doesn't make me hate this Pokemon any less. However, credit where credit is due, this Pokemon was designed by Hironobu Yoshida, who was also responsible for designing some big favorites of many fans like Darkrai, Rayquaza, and Celebi. So, how in the world did Dunsparce get in there? Dunsparce had its debut in an anime episode called The Dunsparce Deception. The anime episode aired outside of Japan on February 23rd, 2002 and is referred to as episode 191. It's about a whole village of children that all have, you guessed it, Dunsparce. This village is one I would not step within a 10-mile radius of. The main conflict arises when one of the children, Bucky, is the only one who doesn't have a Dunsparce and requests Ash and friends to help him catch one. Team Rocket are painted as the villains of this episode, as their goal changes from trying to capture Pikachu to all the Dunsparce. Honestly, they're the heroes here trying to do Arceus' work if you ask me. The Dunsparce Deception is likely the biggest appearance Dunsparce has in the animated Pokemon series. It's noted that this Pokemon has 2 other big appearances because Ash wanted to catch a Dunsparce but failed to, twice. You're honestly better off for it, buddy. The other 2 anime appearances are The Path That Leads to Goodbye from Black and White, alongside Under the Pledging Tree from X and Y. It's also noted that Dunsparce had minor appearances in the following episodes that are on the screen here. But what the heck is Dunsparce supposed to be? He looks like some type of bug and is, in fact, this Pokemon is commonly mistaken as a bug type numerous times in the anime. Dunsparce is based off of Tsuchinoko, but design-wise it may be a play on words of a bee snake. Tsuchinoko is from Japanese folklore and is a snake-like being. The name means child of hammer or dirt child, both of which can be seen in Dunsparce's habits and features. He has a drill-like tail so that he can burrow himself in the dirt. It's also said that Tsuchinoko likes alcohol. As far as the name goes, the Dun may refer to a preference of gloomy habitat and the sparse as the ending. The Japanese name for Dunsparce is Nokochi, which is an anagram spelling of Tsuchinoko. If you're curious as to the other translations of Dunsparce's name, here's a little chart. If I tried to pronounce some of these, I know I would butcher them completely. You can't have Pokemon without TCG cards. Well, maybe you can, consider how awful the TCG state is right now. The empty shelves are practically a staple these days, and you're lucky to get a single pack of cards. Anywho, Dunsparce being around since Johto means he's had a lot of time to accumulate TCG cards over the years. According to TCG Player, there are a total of 22 Dunsparce cards. I think there's a few more thanks to some of the new sets, but the most expensive Dunsparce card is this one from Skyridge, coming to around 7 USD. Someone is trying to sell it for 24 USD at the time of writing this script. Wow, remember the days of e-reader cards? If you like full art cards and you are a Dunsparce fan, you're in luck because this Crown Zenith full art of Dunsparce is cheap to get, with a market price of around $1.50 USD, and some sellers are pricing it under 50 cents at the time of writing the script. If you enjoy Dunsparce Evolution to Dunsparce, there looks to be 6 cards available. The most expensive one being the Master Ball pattern at no surprise, coming in at a market price of around 14 USD, with some sellers pricing the card at around 11 USD as of the script. If you like full art cards, there is one available from Paldea Evolved. The market price for this one is at 6 USD, but some are selling it for around 3 USD as of the script. Go wild, Dunsparce enjoyers. I won't be fighting you for these cards. As we continue on a similar topic to TCG, what about merchandise? Has Dunsparce gotten love from the Pokemon Center and Pokemon Company? This Pokemon has gotten very little love, but he has gotten some merchandise when searching his name. There are 2 pins available, one pixelated, one normal, and a plushie that is currently sold out. If we search for its evolution, the same pins pop up, and a Dunsparce plushie that is currently in stock. Let's go take a look at the sold out Dunsparce plushie and see if Dunsparce enjoyers are satisfied with their purchase. As said, it turns out as I was recording this video, the Dunsparce Sitting Cuties plush is actually now back in stock, so you're in luck. It seems most are satisfied with their Dunsparce plushie coming in at around 4.9 out of 5 stars. Sweet and sleepy, Dunsparce always looks like he's taking a nap. He takes away my anxiety. Love him. Just a little boy. He is a soft little dude that fits right in your palm. Material is nice, and while I'm not entirely sure as the post counts as sitting, he is a real cutie. Small price to pay for such a sweetheart. Epic. Just epic. The perfect little potato. This Dunsparce plushie fits nicely in my hand and is perfectly soft and chubby. Good boy. Very cute. Very dunce. Much love. There is no dunce in this sparse. Best Pokemon. There should be more Dunsparce merch like this. Such perfection can only be obtained from the sparse. Tsuchinoko Real. I now own 3 of these because it's the only official Dunsparce plush. It's super cute and the perfect handheld size. Good boy. Small boy. Chubby. Does not know anything. An exquisite masterpiece. So cute it kills me. Behold utter perfection. Exquisite cave snake. Favorite Pokemon character? Dunsparce, obviously. Dunsparce! The Pokemon of the year, the Pokemon of the decade, the Pokemon of the century, and the perfect plush for everyone who loves him. It would seem that many Dunsparce lovers are very happy with their Dunsparce plush. I had no idea there were that many of you out there. Gonna be real. I've had the unfortunate experience of being forced to draw Dunsparce numerous times thanks to my community. On Twitch you can earn channel points by watching my streams, and you can exchange those points for an art redeem. A handful of regulars thinks it's funny to have me keep drawing Dunsparce. On screen you can likely see all of the different Dunsparce variants I've had to draw over the years. I also made Dunsparce assets for this video, as this was part of the reward my community earned for raising money for the American Heart Association. If you happen to like any of them, they are free to use and download. A link will be in the description. I also want to give a thank you to Bulbapedia for existing. That site made my life a lot easier when trying to make this video. I'll leave a link to the Dunsparce page in case you want to read more about this Pokemon. I also hope that to those of you in my community that this video was worth the wait and that you enjoyed it. And yeah, I did post this on April 1st because Dunsparce is a joke.